Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, host of Club Sports. We're coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you with the fact that there's more apparel for John Bone Jones, by the way, at the Hall of Fame. And I'll definitely get you guys to that. And latest incident that he got into in Vegas when his fight against Alexander Gustafsson was inducted to the Hall of Fame. The San Fran Giants become the first team in MLB to get 100 wins as they defeated Rocky 7-2. Reinstated Josh Gordon is eligible to play Week 4, by the way, and he has 6 suspension from his PED substance abuse, by the way. NBA denies Andrew Wiggins' request for a religious vaccination exemption, by the way, from the COVID shot. The driver who ran over Greg Knapp will not be facing any charges from that. And J.J. Watt will be playing with a groin injury against the Bengals. Get you guys to the fact that there is peril out for Wilt Chamberlain, by the way. Get you guys to that. And Elvira addresses this issue, by the way. Get you guys to that, what it is. Zach Ertz being activated for game against the Cowboys. And Keanu Neal has COVID, by the way, won't be playing against the Eagles, by the way. That's all there is you doing there, everybody. And also get you guys to the fact that Tom Brady's games for tomorrow against the Rams, and next week he's got to face his former stable. He's won 6 outs with the Patriots, by the way, and that's all there is. I'm gonna have fat late, buddy. All right, so first things, I'm starting things off with the fact that John Bones Jones has been in peril yet again after he got arrested and charged for domestic abuse and tampering with the vehicle charge, by the way, at the Caesars Palace. Now his fight, by the way, against Alexander Gustafsson got inducted into the Hall of Fame, by the way. The hotel got a call. The Caesars Palace hotel got a call, by the way, and John Bones Jones will be arrested for sure on that note. So John Bones Jones, he's had legal issues before, by the way, and this is not looking good for John Bones Jones. His future's not looking good right now. He was arrested yesterday, by the way, and honestly, for that, it's very unclear how the whole thing went down, by the way. But honestly, John Bones Jones, his career is in gym. So he may not face the winner, Francis Ngannou, against Cyril Gane, by the way. So that's everything you need to know on that, everybody. So John Bones Jones was arrested yesterday on a domestic violence charge and a tampering with a vehicle charge as well. So honestly, this is not looking good for him, I can tell you that. And I do think that he can learn from his mistakes, by the way. He is currently behind bars as of right now, that is. So that's all there is you need to know, everybody, on that note. If he's convicted, by the way, he can get time behind bars. He can face more time behind bars as well, by the way. And it's very unclear how the whole situation went down. So more deals are going to come, by the way. Hopefully they do by this week or next week. We never know, guys. Also, some other news, by the way, that San Fran Giants become the first MLB team to have 100 wins after they defeat the Rockies 7-2. Big congrats to them on that. Also, reinstated player and suspended player Josh Gordon is eligible to play for Week 4. This is a 6th violation for violating NFL substance abuse and the POWs and the PEDs, by the way. So really, I'm not sure this is going to turn out, and I just think that he can learn some mistakes. But I hope he gets some help that he needs. He needs to get some more help. What he really needs. Also, some other news, by the way, the NBA has denied Andrew Wiggins' request for religious vaccination exemption from the COVID shot. By the way, he won't be playing any home games, by the way, with those pathetic Warriors who are garbage, by the way, unless he fulfills the San Fran's vaccination requirements, by the way. So that's some interesting news right there. Hopefully Andrew Wiggins is the right thing, trying to get that COVID shot, which is what he really needs for sure. That's all there's that. I know the Knicks are vaxxed up, which they are. I'll tell you about that. That's best you got there. Andrew Wiggins is not. And also some other news, by the way, that the driver who ran over Greg Knapp, by the way, won't be facing any charge, by the way, after Greg Knapp was struck and killed by a vehicle while he was riding his bike at San Ramon, California, by the way. Thoughts prayers go to Greg Knapp's family members, all his fans, all his viewers, subscribers to this horrific tragedy that he was in, and all awful news there. That's all there's to some of that, buddy. Also, everybody, that J.J. Watt will not be playing, by the way, against the Bengals tomorrow with a groin injury, by the way. So that look good for him. Also, guys, Keanu Neal has COVID, by the way. He'll be playing against the Eagles, by the way. So he's done for that. Zach Ertz is activated from the COVID reserve list, by the way. He'll be cleared to play against the Cowboys this Monday night. Also, some other news, by the way. The Elvira mistress of the Elvira actress Cassandra Peterson has accused the late Wilt Chamberlain of sexual assault in her memoir, while she attended a party at Wilt Chamberlain's house, by the way, and back in the 1970s. Now, it says right here that she got the invite. Now, the invite was awful. She says the invite was awful experience, by the way, and Chamberlain forced Peterson to oral sex with her, by the way, forced him to give him oral sex, by the way. Chamberlain also stated in his memoir, his 91 memoir, that he slept with 20K women. And honestly, it's just uncalled for. Clearly it was. So I think that even though back in 99 Wilson Chamberlain died of a heart failure, by the way, and honestly, that's not good. So would you take Wilson Chamberlain out the Hall of Fame? Let me know in the comments about that, how you feel about that, what your responses are, and that's all this I got to say on that, everybody. And yeah, that's all there needs to know, everybody. So clearly I can tell you this, that no one knew this was coming, but obviously it's already out there, and that's everything you need to know on that, everybody. Also, some other news, by the way, that Extreme Rules pay-per-view will be tomorrow night, live on Peacock TV, where you'll see Roman Reigns versus the Demon King Finn Balor for the Universal title. You'll also see Carmella versus Liv Morgan. You'll be seeing Sheamus versus Damian Priest versus Jeff Hardy for the U.S. title and Triple Threat. You'll also be seeing, let's see here, Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title as well. The Usos versus the Street Profits for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. They may see the Raw Tag Team titles, but didn't defend as well, by the way. So, interesting news right there. And yeah, that's all I got to say on that, everybody. And yeah, so you'll see more matches, by the way, on that note. So yeah, so Extreme Rules pay-per-view is tomorrow night, guys, live exclusively on Peacock TV. That's all you need to know. So catch Extreme Rules tomorrow night, guys, live on pay-per-view, guys, on Peacock TV. And that's everything you need to know on that. And yeah, that will pretty much say it all right there. So that's everything you need to know, everybody, on that note. Also, some other news, by the way. J-Lo was rehearsed 5 songs with LL Cool J and Ja Rule at Central Park in NYC, prepping for the Global Citizens. She's rehearsed. This is rehearsal, by the way, for the Global Citizens Festival, which is later on tonight, by the way, guys. There were 2 songs were collabs with Ja Rule and LL Cool J. 3 were J-Lo's, including De Niro. J-Lo and Ja Rule sang "Ain't It Funny," by the way. So, Global Citizens Festivals tonight, guys, and J-Lo, LL Cool J, and Ja Rule and many other stars out there are going to perform and be out there. So that's other on that, everybody. So that's the best you get there. And that's all I can say on that, everybody. Also, some other news, by the way, that let's see. Also, guys, happy Quesadilla Day. Happy Quesadilla Day, everybody. So be sure to enjoy for quesadillas, and that's all you need to know on that. So best you get there. Also, got some other news, by the way, that I wish happy birthdays out to Catherine Zeta-Jones, Michael Douglas, husband and wife, by the way, Cheryl Tig, by the way, Mark Hamill, Michael Madsen, Heather Locklear, Will Thrill Smith, Donald Glover, T.I., Scotty P, McKay Cunningham, Jesse Wallace, Annabelle Wallace, by the way. You got Megan, by the way, Barbara Walters, G Money, Rachel Watts, Lindsay Russell, Charlotte Ayana, Bridget Maravant, Brandon Cook Schmetzy, Brandon Cook, Chauncey Billups, Taj Boyd, Matt Hasselbeck, Rashad Evans. You got Melissa D'Souza, Ryan Leslie, Bob McAdoo, Bill Simmons, Anna Gazelle, Jessica Gomes, Tempo, Maxie, Bridget Wilson, Jocelyn Garcia, Kelly Bryant, and Rashad McCants. So some of your birthday wishes, shout out to that's all you can do for that. And that's all I got to say about on that note right there. Also, guys, Tom Brady, he's got to face the Rams by tomorrow night. By tomorrow, guys. So yeah, the Rams, by the way, they get Tom Bay Bucks, the defending Super Bowl champs. Let me say this: the Rams have beaten the Tampa Bay Bucks last season, which they did. And even though, it wasn't all that easy for Tampa Bay, I'll tell you that right now, Rams looking pretty good at SoFi Stadium, which they are. But, Tampa Bay, you're for the fight of your life. You got the Rams tomorrow, by the way, and it could be at SoFi Stadium, by the way. Although the Rams, their SoFi Stadium is going to be the home turf of Super Bowl 56 come February 13, 2022. So it'll be interesting to see if the Rams versus the Tampa Bay Bucks in the playoff game can actually happen, which it could. I'll tell you right now, everybody. And if the Rams even put away the Tampa Bay Bucks, the Rams will literally retire Tampa Bay in his career. I'll tell you about that. And preventing him from getting another title reign, which they could do. So, coming down to Chiefs Kingdom versus Rams in Super Bowl 56, which may happen right there at SoFi. And if the Rams do the same thing the Tampa Bay Bucks did, wow. Right there. But, yes, everybody. This is going to be a little more like a playoff game, but they do meet each other in the playoff. That'll be really good. So, Rams versus Tampa Bay Bucks, that's tomorrow, guys. That's all there is you need to know on that. So, yes. Who am I voting for? I'm ready to go for the Rams. I think the Rams have a lot more leverage, by the way, taking on Tampa Bay, which they do. Matt Stafford looking pretty good, looking pretty best as ever. Did you ever do it? I can tell you that much. And, yeah, it'll be a good game. It'll be a really good game. I'll tell you about that. So, I'm ready to go for the Rams on that one. So, sorry, guys. So, yeah, it'll be an interesting game. I can tell you that. And I just think that they'll come around. I can tell you that much. So that's all there is to know on that, everybody. So I think the Rams are going to defeat the Tampa Bay Bucks. And the Tampa Bay Bucks winning streak, so there is for that. And come next week, guys, week 4, it's gets personal because Tampa Bay is in for the fight of his life. A team he's had 6 titles with, even though he's a 7-time champ. He's got to face the former pub master of his and Belichick's new top secret project, Mac Daddy Jones. Tampa Bay, you're going to end up being exposed for the whole world. Because Tampa Bay, you've run this game for 20 plus years now. Because there's going to be a point in time where you're going to hang it up. There's going to be a point in time where you of all people, sorry guys, you of all people are going to just hang it up instead. That's what you're going to do. So, if you're so eager, if you're still getting those 2 wins, you win one game tomorrow, and then you lose another game next week. You lose one game next week. Well, what's going to tell you right there? You think you're still not special? I mean, sure, you're still the GOAT. But Tom Brady, guess what? Rams, if you face them in the playoffs, you're done. Like, you're literally done. You can win that game if you want, but you may lose that game too. Tom Brady, guess what? You're done for. You're dead with destiny, man. You're done. Because you may be seeing stars and stripes, but at the end of the day, you're gonna realize that you, Tom Brady, aren't gonna have a lot in you anymore. You're not going to retire at 50. No, you're not going to retire until you're 50. No, you will not. Tom Bay, you're done. It comes to Super Bowl 56, if you make it to Super Bowl 56, where the Rams home turf is, SoFi Stadium, there's no chance in hell you're not going to win another Super Bowl. You're not going back to back. No, you won't. Because Tom Bay, your career is going to be done. And I'll tell you this, Tom Brady, this season is going to be your very last. And if it is, so be it. Whether you get back to another Super Bowl and lose, Patrick Mahomes wants revenge against you for what you did to him this past for last season, at this past season Super Bowl. Jameis Winston wants to avenge Drew Brees for what you did to him last season's playoff game, and he wants to expose you for good because Tom Brady, you got targets on your back. You got the Rams tomorrow, by the way, and you got the Patriots. That's your former Super Bowl next week. Next week, it's real personal for you because I don't care if you win that game or lose that game. Mac Jones is going to be all crawling all over you. He will expose you in every single because you may think next week's going to be a Super Bowl run, Super Bowl game that is. But Super Bowl 56, you're not getting them there. Oh, no. Mac Jones is good at what he does. Mac Jones may think he's better. Tom Brady, you may think you're better than everyone else, but you're not. Patrick Mahomes, Mac Jones, they can outrun you in circles. And I'll tell you this, Mac Jones next week is going to expose you, Tom Brady, and guess what he's going to do? Because Tom Brady, you're in for the awakening by tomorrow and next week. That's it. Because Tom Brady, you're done. Your days of getting on the title reign are over for you. You're not going to be 8-time champ. You're not going to be held. You're not going to be 9-time champ. You're not going to be a 10-time champ. I can tell you that, though. But your season's over for you. At 44, you're going to find your career gets washed ashore. By the end of the day, hell high water, You're done, Tom Brady. You think you have it in you, but you don't. Because everyone knows now that, Tom Brady, what's going to happen next week when you face your former state? What's going to happen there? You're going to win that game or lose that game. And Tom Brady's not going to be some homecoming for you. You may think of this, but it won't. Because Tom Brady, those Patriots fans are going to be hating on you for the rest of your life. Rams, and you think you're going to run over the Rams, by the way? Well, guess what? Rams may expose you too. If it's playoffs, you're going to retire anyway. And if it's Super Bowl, you're going to end up retiring. I'll tell you about that much. You're not playing until you're 50, which you won't. Tom Brady, you may be the one that's made success in history, but you were a first-ballot Hall of Famer. There's no way for you to play at 50. I'll tell you that right now. Because Tom Brady, your day of reckoning is going to come to an end. By this season, that's it. Your day of reckoning is coming to an end. It could be tomorrow against the Rams, and it could be next week against the Patriots, by the way, which you have a lot of history with. I'll tell you about that, though. So that's all you need to know in there, everybody. That's all I got to say on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right there for the Khalil Sports Board. Like, subscribe to the Khalil Sports Board YouTube channel on Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Send me your comments, sharing your thoughts on John Bones Jones being arrested being arrested and charged on the domestic abuse charge and tampering with the vehicle charge. Let's see this past. Let me know about that in the comment section. I'll address my sure, buddy. You also Reinstated Josh Gordon being eligible to play for Week 4 game after he got 6 suspension for violating the substance abuse policy and PEDs. By the way, your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comments section. I'll address my sure, buddy. With this, the NBA denying Andrew Wiggins' request for religious vaccination exemption from the COVID shot. By the way, your thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. He won't play any games. He won't play any home games. I'll tell you about that. What are your thoughts on the driver not being charged for striking and killing Greg Knapp, by the way, who was seized after riding his bike at San Ramon, California, by the way. Thoughts about that, everybody? I'll just want to share, buddy. That's on TJ Watt not playing with the groin injury against the Bengals. Thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. Also, brother, went to the Cassandra Jones, Michael Douglas, Shell Teague, Mark Hamill, Michael Madsen, Heather Locklear, Will Smith, Donald Glover, T.I., Scotty P., Kay Cunningham, Jesse Wallace, Annabelle Wallace, Megan. By the way, thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. That's all I got to say on that. And on this, Rachel Watts, Lindsay Russell, Charlotte Ayana, Bridget, Mark, Mevant, Brandon Cook, Shanti Bells, by the way, and Taj Boy, Man Hasselbeck, Rashad Evans, Melissa D'Souza, Ryan Leslie, Bob McAdoo, Bill Simmons, Anna Gazelle, Jessica Gomes, Tempo, Maxie, Bridget Wilson. Some of my brother wishes, shout sweet to please sure and that's all the good you got to do for that. And I'm back for more breaking news, certain times, live with thanks so much. Someone's a whole lot more than clothes, sports, with everything sports related, and everything you got to know about. So take care, you guys. You guys have a good evening. Please be safe with there. Bye-bye.